Okay.
Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
Can you
I
hear
hope
me?
everybody can see her now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So just to once again give an idea of what we are trying to do here today, we are talking about the unauthorized use of social media posts, especially by women, where pictures that you and I post end up in corners of the internet that we don't really want them to. And Stella has very courageously and graciously agreed to join us on our live and tell us about her experience firsthand. So I'm just going to turn it over to Stella. Stella, take your time and do not worry, we are all here. The 32 people on this live and me, myself, we are all here in full solidarity and support. So just tell us what you told me earlier.
Okay. Okay. First of all, hi everyone. I'm Stella Nisha Gogoi. So, I am actually from Guwahati, Assam, but I've been based out of Delhi for the last 7 years. So, I moved here after my 12th boards. I came here for my bachelor's. So, to put some context into this, I had my first social media account on Facebook when I was in class 9 or something. So I was like 14 at that point of time.
You were
And
14 years old then.
yeah, I was 14 years old at that point of time. And everything was fine. I was like excited that, okay, I finally have an account of my own. I used to use my mom's account before that and, comment on my friends' pictures with a S in the end. So I was really excited to finally have one of my own. And then, to my surprise, 6 months in, I think the first thing that was a bit weird to me was like there's another account with the same name, same display picture, but like my name is Stella Nisha Gogoi. It's just that that account was Stella N. Gogoi. So, I mean, now if I think about it, I feel like okay, इतना कुछ नहीं है. But at that point of time, I was a baby, and I was like, what is this? And why is there another Stella and Gogoi commenting stuff on like the most random things? So this
Right.
used to happen, and it didn't happen once. It's like it used to keep happening time to time, and I would just gather my friends to report the account, and it would get taken down. But someone was just having fun.
Right.
Every 3 months there would be a new account. So this same pattern took to Instagram eventually.
Oh.
Mato, this Facebook thing was around 2012. So Instagram started around 2015-ish. In the same format, there would be fake accounts and comments here and there. But now the new thing is I am going for a walk out in the city, like in my back in Guwahati. Suppose I am going for
Mhm.
a walk, and there was this one time when an acquaintance was like, "So, Friday pakka na?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "No, you told me na we will go to the cafe to hang out." Like, I never spoke to you.
Mm.
So
Mm.
when I got to know someone's out there asking people out for
Right.
coffee, drinks, whatever.
Right.
So that is starting. So that started to concern me a little that maybe just reporting these as, pretending to be someone else and stuff like
Right.
that is not enough. I need
Right.
to start telling people that it's actually not me.
Right.
So initially, I would just report stuff. Then I started
Mhm.
putting out stories that, this is not me, this is happening. Then fake accounts persisted. But then there was a new pattern of troll pages. So,
Okay.
uh, normal photos that I post on my feed,
Mhm.
there would be an edited version of it.
Mhm.
And like downright, the account is like reflecting that, someone's trying to mock me,
Right.
make a show out of this.
Mm.
So there was a weird pattern back in 2017. Every day at
Every day.
4, there was there was a brief 2 weeks. There
Mm.
was like
Mm.
probably by December 2017, 2 weeks
Right.
amount of time. Every day at 4:20 p.m. there would be a troll account with the same photo. Like my
Yes.
face is replaced by something else, and yeah, it's like probably just posts and memes,
Mm.
mocking stuff. So
Right.
on the outside, I would just be like, doesn't matter, report it. Doesn't
Mm.
It's not gonna stop me from being me. But deep down, I was starting to get a bit sad that
Right.
what am I doing? I'm just being myself.
Mm.
So, okay, troll pages also came, and I think the person themselves they got bored that nothing is happening.
Mm.
So, दो हफ्ते बाद they stopped.
Okay.
Now, to my surprise, the weirdest thing that happened is, in your Instagram DMs, there are sections where
Right.
there's the request section.
Right.
So I remember one day I just pressed that section to check what all were there, and then I don't remember the username, but there was this one message, and it said that thanks Stella, my days have been better because of you. So
Okay.
thinking about it, I thought, acha, must be someone who's leaving a good, kind message.
Mm.
Because people
Mm.
also do that, which is a good thing. Even we do
Right.
that.
Right.
I saw that you've done this, so it made my day stuff. Like I thought it'll be on those lines. Thanks, Stella. My days are better because of you. So I just pressed the message, and on top of that message, there were 2, 3 screenshots which were blurred. Sensitive content.
Right.
So I
Right.
was a bit skeptical. And then I pressed one of the screenshots,
Mm.
and I was I was terrified because it was a screenshot of a collage of my pictures on a porn site.
Oh
And,
dear.
and pictures that are like pictures from my Instagram feed, which are really normal pictures of probably me sitting at the park, going to the mall,
Mm. 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 Mm.
normal selfie. So what I had was just the screenshot at that point. So one screenshot had
Right.
that, and then
Right.
the other screenshot had some transaction. So basically,
Okay.
he was saying, "Thanks, Stella. My days have been better because of you. Because I'm making money out of your face,
Mm.
your pictures."
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Then there was a link also. So I pressed the link. Like if this
Right.
person would have texted me, I would have never
Mm.
known that this even
Right.
existed. So I went to the link. So it was not a collage, it was a presentation.
Okay.
Someone someone put
Like a
the
slideshow.
effort. Yeah, a
Mm.
slideshow.
Mm.
One moment a photo coming from the left, one
Mm.
from the right, and all my face is weird in all of them. Like something's off. Like I
Mm.
know. Like some of them are inappropriate, some of them are funny, some of them are just off. But like a handful of my pictures from my feed on a porn site, and then
Mm.
it's just running.
Mm. Mm.
So first of all, I did not even know how to address this.
Right.
Like
I can imagine. Right.
my first instinct, I was like, how am I supposed to react to this? There was, as much as I shouldn't feel it, there was a sense of shame. I was like, oh my
Mm.
God, my
Right.
picture is on a porn site. What are people going to think? When I should have been thinking, who did this?
Right.
So since it was something of this nature, I felt awkward to go tell my parents at that moment. And I just did not feel comfortable even probably talking about it on my story, like I would do
Right.
before that, this
Right.
is not me. For some reason,
Right.
I was not feeling okay about it at all. So I thought what to do. So I was in Delhi University at that point of time. So basically, I'm saying that because I used to live in North Campus,
Okay.
and the nearest police station was GTB Nagar Metro.
Oh.
Basically, there in that spot, everyone knows that this is the campus area, this is the police station. So I went with my then roommate, and
Right.
before going, also I prepared everything. This IT Act exists, this in the
Right. Right.
IPC,
Right.
so that I don't go there and I
Right.
don't look stupid as
Right.
as well. So I had everything prepared also that I will say this, aisa hua hai, this is not right, you have to do something. But when I went there, even the police, first of all, I was like, who is the right person to talk to for this? Because I didn't know. And
Right.
then, funny, I thought I would get some reference, probably anything. So I was like, this happened, aisa hua hai. And ek to because of where I'm from, which is
Right.
Assam,
Right.
people here have a tough time taking our issues seriously. क्योंकि in their POV it's like हाँ ये तो आई है वहाँ से अभी यहाँ पे जो मन शायद कर रही है वैसा. So I went, I was like ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, ये मेरा फोटो इसमें आया है. So I was like, so what should I do?
Right.
And how can you help me? Can you help me trace
Right.
this? Or is there a different office? Because that was also my first month in Delhi. I had moved from
I see.
Guwahati.
I see.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was quite new to the place. I did not know कहाँ पे क्या है. I was very
Right.
limited to North India. So they were like, ये सब तो कॉलेज के बच्चों के बीच में होता रहता है. आप एक काम कीजिए, आप अपना अकाउंट प्राइवेट बना लीजिए. Wow. So I was like, no, but someone is making money. And
Right.
they were like, हाँ तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आप तो अभी सेफ हो ना. So that is not the issue here. Like I'm asking for your help and this is what you're
Right.
saying.
Right.
So, like हाँ ऐसे तो आते रहते हैं, इससे कुछ हो नहीं सकता है, आप अपने कॉलेज में कंप्लेन करो. तो I was like, okay, I get the hint. You don't. And
Right.
when I was stepping out, there was this one policeman who came to the side and he's like, this is my phone number. Take it. Sometimes if for anything else you might need help, you can call me. I can help you.
Right.
So I was like, okay. But unrelated to this, 3 months later, he also texted me weird stuff on WhatsApp. So I cannot go to him for it. Yeah. So yeah, after this, I went to all these women IT cells and naughty cells, and I just got like IDs that I could mail these stuff to, but nothing concrete. So
Did you email the IDs at all after?
yeah, I didn't get any response.
There was no response.
Yeah, so it's sad, but this happened like a long time ago,
Right.
and I just felt like I don't know what would have happened if that person wouldn't have texted me. I wouldn't have known, and I can only wonder how many like me are in the dark, are oblivious to people asking people out on their behalf. And now, especially with AI taking over, I cannot imagine how worse this can be.
Very true.
So,
Very true.
yeah. Over time, I have made the effort myself to, educate myself and, learn कहाँ से क्या हो सकता है and all. But honestly,
Right.
there aren't any resources or guidelines for
Hmm.
stuff
Hmm.
this stuff as specific as this.
Right.
I just wanted to share this experience because I'm sure there are a lot out there who probably go through the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What ultimately happened? Did you get to know if
No,
that account is still active, or uh, did
over
it go?
time, over time, it's like I thought I would like ignore it, but I would keep going back to that link to see if it's gone or not. So it
Right.
was there. It was there for like 2-3 months, but
Right.
after that it disappeared by itself, and that account in itself disappeared. It's just sad that nobody could trace it.
Or nobody wanted to. Nobody wanted to take the effort in
Yeah,
the first place.
exactly.
Is I think
Nobody
the bigger
nobody
issue here.
wanted to take this seriously. कि presentation ही
Right.
तो क्या ही हो जाए
Hmm.
presentation
Hmm.
तो
Right.
but I wouldn't even imagine that someone would make a presentation.
Right.
So
There are a few takeaways that I'd like to just throw out over here for the people who are watching, and then we can take questions if they have any. But the first point that I would like to make over here is that it really makes a lot of sense unless you are a public creator. It makes a lot of sense to make your account private. Simply because if you have a private account, you have a limited pool of suspects. If something like this comes to your notice, a misuse of your pictures comes to your notice, you know there are a certain number of people in my followers list who would be responsible for it. So it becomes easier to identify, firstly, for you or for the authorities. But I think the bigger issue we need to discuss over here is the fact that you did your research, you did your homework, you looked up the IT Act sections, etc., etc. I'd like to tell everybody present over here that the onus of gathering evidence is not on you at all. Gathering evidence is the law enforcement agency's job. Your job as the victim, as somebody who has just gone through that immense trauma, is to go and report it to the competent authority. उसके बाद what sections apply, who should write the FIR, what evidence is required is something they will tell you, not the other way around. Right? So we need to be very clear about the fact that no officer can ask you to submit proof. You are anyway going there with a screenshot or with a printout or something saying that this is what I want to complain against, and that much is enough for what we call a first information report (FIR). उसके बाद में केस को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए what evidence is needed is what the law enforcement agency has to take care of. It is their job. So a lot of victims who approach me ask me that should I gather this evidence, should I gather that evidence. That is not your job at all. You come to know of a crime against you, you go report it to the police. It helps if you know this because it helps you to insist on immediate action. And giving a complaint, giving an FIR is a fundamental right of every Indian citizen, according to the IPC, according to the CRPC, and the Constitution of India. So that is not something that they can deny. Secondly, if there is ambiguity over the fact that whether or not your complaint fits into a certain section of the IT Act or the IPC, you still are well within your rights to submit a written application and ask for a copy of it stamped received so that your complaint is in the system anyway. I'd also like to draw attention to the fact that whoever was misusing your pictures had the audacity to text you saying thank you. All right. I mean, you look at it from a point of view saying that because that person texted you, you got to know about this. But we need to also look at the fact that he took perverse pleasure in letting you know that he is misusing your pictures and making money from it. So this is the mentality of cyber criminals of this category. This is what we are up against. And finally, like somebody just commented saying, thank you for sharing your story. This courage is not a small thing. It requires immense courage to even gather those screenshots and go to a police station when our entire society likes to discourage female victims from reporting such kind of crimes. But trust me, with the right approach and uh, more than a little insistence, I have seen cases being solved. I have seen such pages being disabled. Results come, but we need a little direction. And this is where I say that this onus cannot be your or mine through an Instagram live. It has to be the government, it has to be the system, it has to be the law enforcement. And more than just one tweet a day from their official account. These are the points I would like to make after having listened to your experience. Anything you want to add, Stella?
Nothing much. I just want to say that I feel like I could have tried enough. I mean, I could have tried more. I could have been more persuasive. So, what I want others to do is like not feel scared, not feel
Right.
any sense of shame, because it's okay. There are times when you feel like your issue is probably not important enough, but an issue is an issue. For me at
True.
that point I was thinking नहीं ऐसा तो I guess मेरे से बुरा कुछ हुआ होगा कोई बात नहीं.
True.
That is the very wrong
True.
approach to it. So yeah,
But I would go one step further and even say that the what you're feeling right now is that what you just said, I should have been more insistent. That regret should not be in your head at all.
hmm, yeah,
Why should you feel that you were not insistent enough? You went there, you had some prima facie evidence, you asked for a complaint, they denied it.
hmm,
There is no reason for you to feel that extra guilt in the first place.
yeah,
And like Ketan is just pointing out right now to us, a very important point. Today, in this day and age, we have a website called www.cybercrime.gov.in where you can report crimes sitting in your house or wherever you are through your phone or your computer. It also has the option of even anonymous complaint. Please
yeah,
make use of that, right? It is the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, which means your complaint has entered the system. There's a mechanism to check how many complaints were received and how many of them were acted upon, how many were not, and if not, why. We just need to, like, I know that the system needs to stop blaming the victim and shaming the victim. We also need to also abandon our mindset of complaint करने से क्या होगा, because जब तक हम complaint नहीं करते तब तक कुछ भी नहीं. That small bit of responsibility does lie on us, even though the bigger share of responsibility lies on the system. That is absolutely. Sindhu says Stella's experience points to the critical need for sensitization of law and order personnel on psychological and psychosocial impact of cybercrimes on people. Exactly. Stella went through terrible psychological impact when she learned about this website, when she went to the police station. She still feels whether or not she was insistent enough. She's still in the mode where she's questioning herself. That's a long lasting psychological impact. One need not be manhandled or impacted physically to feel violated. Sindhu, I absolutely agree. I'm sure Stella does also.
yes, totally agree.
So, yeah, this is basically what we wanted to address today. And once again, Stella, I must thank you for agreeing to do this. And I know it must have taken a lot of courage and effort to even come live, come on a screen and say what happened. But trust me, you have uh, given a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration to a lot of people out there. And I will be editing this video and putting it out on Instagram and YouTube tomorrow.
Sure.
But the comments on this live will tell you that you sparked off a conversation in the right directions. Hats off to you.
Thank you so much
Everybody, I need you all to please
for the chance.
applaud Stella's courage.
You know, for many years I've never spoken about this, so I feel like I'm starting off by at least talking about it. So
I
it
am
only
glad.
gets better.
I am really happy. Yeah. So check out the comments that are coming in. Everybody's good.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Ketan, Deepshri, scrolling up and down. But I feel much better letting it out.
I am glad. I am really happy about it.
When people are listening
Uh,
and not like telling me कि ये सब तो होता
exactly.
है.
I think that is one good thing about today's day and age that there are people who are willing to listen, at least. So, yeah, like, there are not as many people, but there are people, and it's a good beginning, I would say.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Thank you for your patience and support. If you know anybody else who has an experience to share, they can join me on my live. I do this once a week. Anybody who is not comfortable revealing their identity can email me or DM me. I will read out their experience without revealing their name and their entity. Every option is available, but my entire effort is towards highlighting the plight of victims in their own words. So, any help you can give me in that direction, I will really appreciate it. Always remember online complaint www.cybercrime.gov.in or 1930. It's a helpline. It goes to the same control room. The onus of gathering evidence is not on you, and getting your FIR registered is your fundamental right. Stay smart, stay safe, and stay courageous. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Stella, once again.
Thank you, Gautam. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys, for joining. I'll be putting up a video after editing it tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Take care. Good night.